what's fascinating is that there's a whole generation of students now who are growing up in the aftermath of 9/11. And that event very much, I think, was a tipping point, a generational turning point. It caused a whole generation of people to suddenly look at the world around them in a very different light. And for all the tragedy that day, I think it's caused an awful lot of people to try and gain an awful lot more insight about the world they live in and what causes such events to occur. And I think we've seen that here at Richmond, a spike in our uptake in international relations at the undergraduate level, which has caused us to very much launch this master's degree in international relations. Why do people study IR? To get a greater understanding about themselves, the world they live in. Why do they come to Richmond? We're here in London. We've got a fantastic program. We're right in the heart of one of the most vibrant cities in the world, and it's a great place to come to learn and to learn from one another, I think. The master's degree in international relations that we've put together here at Richmond, I think very much suits students who want to learn a great deal about the world they live in, but also students who bring something extra to the program. We have had a wide range of applicants from a wide range of nations this last year, and the students who have succeeded in being offered places, they've all got something in common, which is that they've got a great deal of experience outside of the classroom. They bring the academic knowledge that we require, quite obviously, but they've all got something else. They've got an internship. We've had people who've worked at the White House, for example. We've had people who've served on the front lines in Iraq. We've got people who have gone out and volunteered. I think we attract people who have got a social conscience as a result of that, and I think that very much defines Richmond as a whole. We're trying very much here to work with the next generation of global leaders, and a great number of those come to Richmond with something in their kit bag already, an internship, a desire to learn, a desire to travel. And I think that very much reflects the international standing we have here. You know, we've got students who want to go out into the world, find out more about the world they live in, with a view to then going on to being able to try and affect change once they've graduated. London is very much at the heart of our programme. We don't just study in London, we use London very much as a classroom. We study in High Street, Kensington, which is in Zone 1. We're in the heart of the diplomatic corps, so we're surrounded by embassies of various nations. We work with embassies from various nations. We have a seminar program which invites and has been successful in bringing representatives from embassies from around the world into our classrooms. So we break down the wall between the classroom and the city. We bring embassies and ambassadorial staff into the classroom to talk to our students. We are taking our students into embassies for meetings so that they understand how embassies work. We've also managed to arrange what I believe is a unique working relationship with a variety of organisations, with the Foreign Press Association, with the Royal United Services Institute, and with Chatham House, the distinguished and world-leading think tank. We've managed to get our students access to these organisations through our institutional membership. And this gives them a wide range of access to skills, individuals and experts, as well as the resources of these institutions. We are in London, so they have full access to the British Library, to the National Archive. So I think that these 5 institutions, RUSI, the Foreign Press Association, the National Archive, the British Library and Chatham House, it's a wonderful and unique working relationship we have with these organisations, which grants access to resources which are frankly global leaders. One of the most important things for me when I was putting this course together was to make sure that students felt they had a bespoke or tailored service. I didn't want anybody to think that they were going to get a cookie-cutter approach to education. It's one thing to do that at the undergraduate level. To me, it's unforgivable at the postgraduate level. We treat each individual student as an individual, and as a result of that, they get to almost define their own path through the MA. In the first semester, starting in September through to December, the students take 4 set programs. These are in research methodology, international relations theory, in diplomacy, and in the origins and history of international relations. This is designed to make sure that all our students receive a grounding in the international relations program and bring everybody up to speed effectively. We don't discern where they come from. We want everybody to get to a similar point. After Christmas, they have 2 choices to make. We asked them to choose a thematic area of the world to focus upon. For example, they could choose US foreign policy, the Middle East, China, Africa, for example. Once they've chosen one thematic, regional aspect, then they choose a thematic area, and this thematic area will cover areas such as global crisis, conflict management, global order, international political economy, for example. So they are able to basically put together their own program, which allows them, I think, to have a very personal connection with the course itself. After that, they then do an internship. And again, we ask them specifically for areas that they're interested in, with a view to being able to give them an internship that they are specifically interested in. Not just, here's an internship, go do it, but to find out exactly what it is they're interested in and to provide them with an internship that is relevant and personal for them. I really feel that a master's degree in international relations has to lead to something. It can't just be about getting a piece of paper. So in designing the master's degree in international relations, I was determined that it would be a conduit to the workplace, that students would come here and be given every opportunity to gain gainful employment upon graduation. We can't obviously promise a job to every student, but what we can do is work with them to make sure that they have the skills and the attributes necessary for employment in the 21st century.